It's 8:45, the nights are rolling in, but you know what time it's for. It's time for the creme de la creme of MRC, and as we come to you from the Baku City Circuit in Azerbaijan. As you know the rules by now, I don't fly solo, but it's not my normal partner in crime this time. Say his name and he shall appear. It is the Leicestershire Minister of Defence. It is Mr. Carl Edens. How are you?
Good evening, Andrew. Yep, we're back again, but this time the roles are reversed. You're leading, I'm co. Unlike Friday, I was leading, you was co.
Did you like the little intro I did for you?
I'm not really the Ministry of Defence anymore. I'm past that.
You are one of the more awkward drivers to overtake.
Don't you know it, because you had me behind you for multiple laps and you ended up having a little rant and rave before we went live about it.
You know I love you really still. But
anyway, to qualifying.
It's a qualifying, and I believe the first car we're going to have out on a lap to start us on this qualifying session is Mr. Calvin in the Alpine, or as I'm going to still call it, the bubblegum car, because of it being blue and part pink still.
It's grown over me. The Alpine has grown over me, grown on me over the season. I didn't like it at the beginning of the season, but it's grown on me. It's a very nice car now, in my opinion.
It's still...
Evening, Martin.
He must feel weird in his car tonight. He must feel very weird as Calvin comes across the line now. Getting shaving off all that speed. He gets down the back straight. He heads through turn 1, the first of multiple 90-degree corners on this track, as he heads through turn 2. Flicks that DRS open as he powers past the traffic going through. They're trying to get a sneaky toe off the Aston Martin, heading into turn 3. Another little flick down to 90-degree flick straight through another corner, and then up to turn 4. Another 90 degree corners. He gets through into the first split as he comes through next couple of turns, as he heads up towards one of the tighter parts of the whole calendar, actually, as he gets through into the next corner before coming up into the dreaded castle section, as he manages
super close to where Leclerc ended up parking a few years ago.
He did. His powers up through past the older parts of Baku as he heads straight down the hill into 15. Very easy to lock up there, jump the curb and smash your front wing to bits. But now as he heads down into probably the most important corner on the track, turn 16, as he powers up through the kinks, as he heads on to the start-finish straight. One of the longest on the calendar. It's going to be a motorway pretty much as it is in races.
He's going to be losing a bit of speed though, because
he's at
but 39.9.
He's at a deploy.
Oh, it's so easy to run out of deployment round here, especially with the long back straight from 16 through to turn 1.
Let's get the laps up.
39.7 for Ant.
Yeah, very nice lap for him.
With some of the times that I've seen on Sunday when I was doing a little bit with Ant and Chris after the practice session, I'm predicting a possible 38 in Tier 1.
I've got a feeling I might know who might. I've got a few inklings as to who might do it.
Oh, I've got an inkling who'll pull a 38 out.
Shall we go to him quickly now and have a look at him? In this scarlet red Ferrari.
39.5 for you, Joni.
As he goes straight to pole. Have we got anyone else out on lap Skull that you can see?
Yeah, Ben is just coming through the castle section in the Aston Martin. He's usually one of the front runners in Tier 1.
That beautiful Aston Martin tonight. Which we didn't have the best results in Tier 2, but
Oh, I could draw the back end of an Aston Martin pretty well after tonight. Lockups into turn 15, kept it out the wall though.
Saviour 39-1.
Nearly into the 38s now.
Yeah, he was very quick on Friday, wasn't he? He was one of the front runners.
Starting
coming through from the back.
Had a bit of a poor qualifying because didn't quite get the time in.
No, I believe he was pretty much down at the back. But yeah, he powered straight through.
Micromash P2, 39.3, and Ben crosses the line, 38.7.
There's a 38.
That was my pot. Ben was the car I was thinking of to bring out the 38 straight away because his qualifying pace is absolutely phenomenal.
But I think we need to ask him.
His race pace also to back it up is ridiculous.
I think we need to ask him his secret, his diet. It's like his diet or something like that, just to get this sort of pace. It's ridiculous.
I think doesn't Ben race in real life? I think he races some kind of motorsport in real life. I think, from what I could have a guess, so that'll pay dividends.
So essentially, what we have is the MRC adds to Jarno Opmeer, is what you're saying.
Not quite, but
because I know Jarno used to race. I know Jarno used to race actually a little bit as well, IRL, before he became quite the well-known sim racer. As most people seem to be heading back into the pits.
Just G-Star single track and Armar still to set lap times, and Armar's going down to start his first lap of the session. DRS Open.
Just catching Ant on the end of his lap.
Yeah, Armar into turn 1.
And might get lucky here. He might get a toe off his teammate. I think he is. Ben's going to be giving Ant a very nice toe down the straight. Yeah,
that is definitely going to benefit him. As Aston Martin pulls out the way into the pits. Yeah, he's got a lovely toe.
P4 for Ant.
39.5. That toe definitely would have helped.
It's quite close. It's quite close from about P2 down to about P9.
Yeah. It was relatively close qualifying wise in Tier 2 as well, if I'm not mistaken.
It wasn't, yeah, it wasn't too bad. I think it was around 8, 9 tenths, I think was about top 10, top 11.
Yeah, but I can confirm you were almost a second quicker than me in qualifying.
Yeah,
so
you finished ahead of me.
You will.
Yeah, you finished ahead of me. That's Armour's.
I can like I said to you before we went live, I can confirm I was the slowest car on track.
And Armour has invalidated his lap, unfortunately, so he'll be heading back to the pits. Who is...
Airways improves to P6 with a 39.8. He was, I think, one of the top end of Tier 2.
Yeah, I think he was in... I think he had a few pit stops than that, but he's definitely staking a good claim for a good result tonight, and he's not really had to move about the pit lane a little bit as much, has he?
Nope.
As he's one of the Williams boys for Tier 2. Let's have a glance. Have we got anyone?
We've got G-Star on an outlap who's coming through the old part of the city through 15 down towards 16. So he'll be a few corners from starting his first flying lap.
Yeah, I've just gone onto the Mercedes of Bobo. See how he gets on for his lap currently.
Oh, Reese is out of qualifying. That's turn 1.
It's such an easy corner to get wrong. Turn 1. There's a lot of hard braking zones here.
Yeah, as you go in towards the exit of turn 1, the wall actually jots out a little bit.
Yeah, you can easily just end your race if you get that wrong and hit the outside and take your front right off.
Yeah, the one part with Baku though, it's not really the entry that's the problem around here, because obviously the fronts hardly get any wear on them. It's the exits, because the amount of wear that the rears get. You got to be so careful on exits.
It is a bit of a traction circuit, isn't it? This place. I mean, I just towards the end of the Tier 2 race, I mean, just got blitzed straight past by G-Star, pretty much off the last lap, and just left me for dead down the straight. But
yeah, speaking of G-Star, I'm keeping an eye on him as he's coming through the castle section. Oh, and he's hit the wall on the way through the castle section.
Oh, is it bit expensive?
He's not broke a suspension, he's just lost an end plate, so he's very, very, very lucky.
It's probably just glanced the angle nicely. Or bit of a clip from Bobo. Next couple of corners down. No damage on the Mercedes, but he's still 3/10 up, so this will put him around 6th or 7th place, around Chris and Airwaves.
Yeah, it's super close in that bottom half of the top 10.
It is, and Chris, Airwaves, and Nev and Bobo, and even Calvin and Jules and Mudev can still get
Bobo
a decent
to P4,
very nice 39.4. He'll be very happy with that. Getting in right in the mix with some very heavy hitters. Who should we nip to?
Current pole sitter Ben's on his second flying lap. He's on the way through the old part of
Baku.
Sitter.
Yep, we joined him just finishing 15. The second sector. Oh, Airways is retired.
I think that's in the pit lane. There's no yellow flag out on track.
That's very weird. He's had a very good qualifying so far.
Currently P8, which is I think roughly where the pole position would be for Tier 2.
Yeah, but I think
middle part of the top 10. As Ben's actually
bailed on the lap. He was ahead. He was actually quicker.
Yep.
Why is he bailed on that lap, I wonder?
Only he will know.
Who shall we have a glance with? Because Ant's on his out lap. We'll just have a quick glance at Nev's lap as the chattiest of ducks as he's finishing a lap. Oh, we know he's bailing in. Why is he running mediums? I wonder. Oh, let's nip to Jules quickly in the Mercedes. See what he goes. How he finishes off his lap.
40.0.
If he gets this right, he could be moving up a few more spots.
P2.
Wow! That's come out of nowhere.
Almost a second gained on that.
That's impressive. That's a very good lap, Jules. You can be very proud of that lap.
40.0 before, and now he's improved to a 39.1, so that's almost a second improvement.
But can he hurry up and get round again to get another lap in and have another go at Ben as Xavier jumps into the 38s?
So that's two drivers into the 38s now. And it's very close as well. Xavier 38.779, where Ben is at 38.705. That is very tight between those two.
It is, and I'm just wondering if Xavier is probably done for qualifying now. Is he going to have time to get back round again?
I think he will just have enough time to get back and go out again.
Because it's not a short lap though, is it here? Because it's one of the longer circuits up on the calendar. This place.
Yeah, yet it's a very short lap count because 50%'s only 26 laps.
So, yeah, it's 52, 51, 52 I think.
51
race distance
for 100% full distance.
As we join the tyre whisperer, going through the first sector. Still looking quite strong up in qualifying as Ant on this one again.
Mark puts in a 2:04, but he's obviously going to do a double lap, I think.
Either that or he's trying to imitate the real Haas from 2021. He knows I'm joking.
I think he is going for a double lap.
That's fair. He knows I'm joking anyway. I love Amar, really.
The captain is in the YouTube. Evening, guys. Messed up first short run, but oh well. All dry tonight. So it's a dry race as well, just like we had in Tier 2.
I would not envy them if it was a wet race tonight for these guys.
We
this
did
track
get
in the wet.
the caller for possible rain in qualifying in Tier 2, but it was nowhere near in the qualifying time
lost some
period.
time towards the end of that lap there. Ooh, let's join the McLaren, shall we? For a lap. The beautiful papaya machine driven by the president of the Patrick Bamford fan club.
Mark correcting himself in the YouTube chat. Soft run.
Yeah, he's 17th. He's got a chance to move forward as Mark in the race, I think. As Chris comes rolling up to turn 3. Nice and planted through there.
41.3 for Armar, drops in 18th.
Chris is looking quite planted. The car's looking quite planted tonight. He's 10th up, but I don't think that's going to put him up around. As I say, get him close to Ant as he's just heading up through to the castle section now.
I think he's saving to go again because his deployment's fully. He's got full battery, so I think he's backed off and he's gonna
I think
possibly
he has
go again before the checker flag drops. Which coming through the old part of the city, he will.
Yeah, he should be fine.
He will make the line before the flag drops. So he's just saving now to do a last run at the end.
No worries. So, shall we? Let's join the pole sitter as he's heading up for his last run. Straight.
Ooh, big lock up into turn 1.
I think he's missed it. Yeah, I think he has.
He kept it out the wall though, but that's lap
probably
gone, I would
scuffed
say.
with the lap, I think.
Because I just jumped to him and it was a huge lock up into 1.
Yeah, I think the lap is maybe gone and he may be under risk from Saviour. If that's going to be the case.
I'll keep an eye on Chris as he's starting his last run. Bit of a lock up into 2.
Ben's dropped to 2nd. I think that
that'll be
that lap's a dud. I think he's finished. As Saviour is a total. There's
38.7. 1,000.
Wow, 1,000th clear of Ben.
That's quicker than anyone can blink.
It is. I think IndyCar finishes have been around that sort of a gap. Oh, Saviour's hit the wall out of turn 3. Can't see any damage on the Visa Cash App Spotify RB. He's 3/10 up though. This could be a very interesting lap here as he comes through into the castle section. Oh, he's out! It was Charles Leclerc it.
Oh, is he gone in? Oh, he's gone in the castle section. He's got turn 9. Turn 9.
He was 3/10 up.
Wow.
That would have been pole.
He must have been. Well, that just shows how much you were pushing then.
Yeah, Bobo's Micromash P4. He's moved the Bobo and Jules down to P5 and P6 as we go on quickly with Jules as he's heading on towards the end of his lap. Is he going to improve?
Chris improves to P8, 39.3.
39.3. Jules stays 6th. I think that's everybody.
I think we're just waiting. Oh, Mark's invalidated, so he's not gonna get his last run in. So yeah, that's
qualifying. Wow, what a split between Eugenie and Ben. 1,000th of a second. I don't think I've seen a qualifying that close.
You could just about slot a thin piece of paper between that. Only just.
That is silly. What a lap from Eugenie to pull that out of nowhere. He's brought back that fire and just says, look, I may not be having the best of times at the moment, but you can never rule me out of these races.
Well, he did win his home race last week.
So
he'll be carrying that momentum over.
Yeah, I think he has, and this is a statement from him. Just as I said, he's just to show I'm back. Yeah, don't forget about me. But what a stunning lap!
Oh, we got Dean in the YouTube chat. Kid Dynamite, no saviour, was looking a very good lap. So, Kid,
I'll just go through the grid quickly. Ujoni P1 by 1,000th of a second, followed by Ben, Saviour, Micromash, Bobo, Jules, Nev, Chris Bailey in 8th, Ant, Calvin, Airways, Redcar, Rambo, Mudev in 13th, Aerovoice 14th, Keys Soze 15th, G-Star 16th, Single Track 17th in the Red Bull, Mark 18th in his Williams, Armour Red in the Haas 19th, we're alongside his teammate Reese in 20th. Sorry to jump over you there, Carl, but let's speed through that.
No worries, we've got to get the grid order in. Now we've got that 5-minute gap between qualifying and race. And it's bright sunshine.
You know what that means? I think it's time we use some more of those tremendous facts we both have. Don't you?
Well, I'm kind of fact out from Friday because I gave most of mine.
Well, you don't know. We might have some new audience from Friday. We might have some different audience, but
Mark's piped up in the YouTube again, so my headset decided to go silent at the start of my last lap. Love racing on mute.
It's difficult, Mark.
You got the one thing is though, Mark. Silence is bliss.
No, but you've not when you need to hear the hear it for the revs for the engine.
I mean, it's like doing a lap without any force feedback because you can't hear anything, but force feedback you can't feel anything. So
yeah,
you don't want either one of them. That is true though. Anyway, so facts. I know I've said some of these on Friday, but if you didn't tune in Friday, here's some for you. They'll be racing a total distance of 95.085 miles. That's the 50% race distance.
That's 95 too many around here, if you ask me.
Total corners 20. We've got 12 to the left and 8 to the right. Charles Leclerc holds the race lap record of a 143.990. We did get a quicker race lap time in both X and Tier 1, because I think we had a 41 in Tier 2 earlier. First race here was held on the 19th of June in 2016, but that was classified as the European Grand Prix because it wasn't until 2017 it got changed to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, which was won by Daniel Ricciardo, because the first Grand Prix here at the Baku City Circuit, which was the European Grand Prix, was won by a German in Mercedes, Nico Rosberg.
German in Mercedes with a Finnish father, but we won't dive into that.
But there was also quite a bit of controversy, especially the year after in 2018, involving two Red Bulls going towards Turn 1, fighting over P4. Because Daniel Ricciardo ended up going into the back of his teammate Max Verstappen, and they ended up retiring at the runoff at Turn 1. So that would have been a very juicy post-race team talk in Red Bull that year.
Yeah, Turkey 2010 vibes probably was that room in that Grand Prix. But
20 just going back a year before 2017, I say controversy. Hamilton and Vettel. That's all I'm going to say for 2017.
With the brake test, I think wasn't this Lance Stroll's first podium here as well?
Yes, it was. It was his first podium for Williams in 2017.
When Valtteri nipped him on the line after, I think Valtteri was pretty much last at the end of lap 1. in that Grand Prix.
Just having a look at the YouTube, Dean says, yeah, impossible to do a good lap like that. Unlucky, mate. I think that's referring to
Saviour.
And then Armar's showing himself in the chat as well. He says, evening, lads. If you run out of facts, you can always have a laugh at me trying to race these guys.
Oh, don't sell yourself short, Armor.
No.
You're a good driver.
At the end of the day, when you race Tier 1, especially when I do it, just going to get it in during the formation lap, is you can always learn a thing or two when being on track with the Tier 1 boys. You can always learn a thing or two from whether it's just following the lines they take on track, or even just anything really, lines and just management.
That it is, as I'm going to have a quick look at the tyres. Everybody is on mediums. Stands 2 cars. 14th place Aero Voice in the Red Bull on hards, and the 15th place McLaren of Kieser Soze also on the hards, which is quite a brave decision around here, if you ask me, because there still is the possibility of a lot of safety cars around here, and if there is an early one, they're going to be in trouble.
I mean, I was very surprised we didn't get I think the odd safety car in Tier 2, but I don't think any of the... It's always Eugenia's gone into the wall at the castle section on formation lap.
Yeah,
bizarre moment for the pole sitter.
Yeah, Eugenia trying to replicate Charles Leclerc there a little bit.
Well, he replicated Charles Leclerc in qualifying, because I think Charles Leclerc has got the most pole positions at Baku, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so. 20.
Because he did take pole this year, but sadly
24,
fell
20,
to
22,
Oscar Piastri.
22 and 21, I believe he had it as well. Around here, he seems to like. Charles seems to like this place a lot.
Yeah, but as I said, while she was rolling those off, he sadly missed out to a certain Aussie. Oscar Piastri run here this year.
He did, with the wing that Max Verstappen doesn't like.
Yeah. I think what did Charles in the end that day was the fact he was following Piastri that much that the dirty air just destroyed those tyres.
As we're all seem to be lining up on the grid. Why does the game give us some nice camera angles, and then as soon as it goes to the start here, it decides, nah, you're going to be stuck like this for a bit now, boys?
Yeah, we're gonna give you the view from the back instead of the view from the front, when we could do with the view from the front, so we could see people on the run down to turn 1.
Which is not this is not the longest it runs into turn 1 here, is it?
No, it's not.
One of the shortest in the calendar,
it may be a long
I think.
straight, but it's a short run to the first corner on the first lap.
As we start with the lights, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And the Tier 1 Azerbaijan Grand Prix is go, as we trying to wait for the cameras to flick back again. Ujoni keeps the lead ahead of Ben. Saviour Micromash going wheel to wheel up into turn 2. Micromash has managed to get ahead. And that one, but
everyone at the back trying to filter through nice and cleanly.
No front wings missing, I hope.
Can't see anyone with a
Saviour's
lack of,
all over. Is it just me, or is Saviour's connection a bit all over the place? A little bit at the moment. His car's jittering all over.
Yeah, he's dropping
like mad.
places. He's ghosted.
Yeah, as we go quickly up to the leaders. What a fantastic start from Eugenia. He managed to hold off the Aston Martin and managed to get a little bit of a gap through to Micromash, but I think Micromash is going to be still winning the DRS of the front 2 as soon as the first lap goes. All Saviour's left the session.
Left. Yep.
The session, if you could try and maybe get him back in. As his car, unfortunately, is going to start plummeting down the grid, as we have a quick look, and that barring Saviour, as I say, due to the unfortunate connections, the winners of on the first lap seem to be the Mercedes of Jules and Nev. As I say, both up 2 places. Reese has managed to make up 2. Everyone seems to be either moving up 1 or 2 spots or dropping down 1 or 2 spots. But we wait now as we head up towards the front. As soon as they cross the line, it's not 2 laps anymore, folks. It's 1 lap. Then the DRS becomes online, and the fun begins. Here, the 200-mile-an-hour chess.
Just an update on position changes. Obviously, the biggest loser, Saviour, with disconnecting. Sadly, I can't send him an invite because I haven't got him on my list or anything. Hopefully, he can rejoin now, but he's back in, so hopefully he can climb back up. The biggest winner is only 4 places, but that's Reese down in 16th. So not many people have made that many places. Bobo's down 1 now, but everyone's at least up
just
1
got
or
around
2
the outside of him.
places. So he's back where he started. So not many position changes.
With the Mercedes and the cash up there, it's not a place you really want to try it. And Chris is having a look, thinks better of it, which, to be fair, around this part of the track, it's pretty much line astern. As we got a yellow flag.
That's at turn 7. That is that Soze in the McLaren.
Is he off? Has he got any damage or?
Let's have a little look. See. Yeah, he's missing an end plate on the right-hand side.
Oh, that's going to be an absolute dog to drive through now. As I know the leaders are quite close, but I'm going to let's have a quick glance up ahead and see whether Ben's going to try.
With 90-degree corners, especially in that first sector, you don't really want to be missing an end plate.
As Ben goes straight through on the DRS, past Ujoni into the lead, straight back to Chris and Nev as they're going. Sorry, I'll stop tripping on my own words in a minute. They're starting to join their battle. So the DRS still probably one of the most powerful of the whole calendar here. It's going to be quite a decisive battle as to see who can break away from the DRS and who's can hold it, and
Chris has got in front of the Mercedes of Bobo for P5, so that's a gain for Chris using DRS down towards turn 3.
It's one, at least with these 90-degree corners, you can actually overtake pretty well through them. It is a tight street circuit, but you've got a lot of places to overtake here, I find. Obviously, turn 1, turn 2, turn 3.
I would say, I think sector 2, there isn't really anywhere to overtake through the old part of the city from the castle section down to.
Oh, sector 2 is a no-go for overtake.
Yeah.
Safety car.
We have I think that's a Ferrari stationary on the exit of turn 7. That'll be Mudev. Yes, he's out.
Broken left front wheel.
Yep, Mudev out.
Bert Mylander was getting so bored after the tier 2 race, he thought, screw it, I want to make an appearance now. There you go. The safety car is.
I think with the lifespan though of the hard tyres, I don't think it would hurt going to possibly hards at this point.
Oh, Joni's dived in. Joni's in too.
Made a late call as well.
Chris is following in. They're all coming in now.
Yeah, I think most of the people will get onto the hard tyres.
I think
it's going to hurt the likes of Soze and Eravoice who started on the hard tyres. Saviour pitted before the safety car came out, so he's on the hard tyres as well.
But
yeah, everybody jump into the hard tyres on this safety car.
Jules and Ant stayed out. That's interesting. That is very interesting. As we'll put the tyres up quickly for everybody so we can see who's.
Most of the people are on hard tyres now, apart from
Martin's gone to soft.
Red car and Martin's gone soft. Red car and Reese have gone medium. Soze's gone medium. So Yeah, Reese and Soze will put the medium tyre on. Error Voice, I think, started on. I'm sorry, he was
yeah,
up in
Mark's
sixth,
gone
so
to the hards as well.
The hard tyres will practically go to the end because the degradation on the tyre is practically zero.
It's a lot of high speed. It's a high speed track, but there's not a lot of high speed corners around here.
It's a lot of the corners are low speed.
So
low speed traction,
especially for a street circuit as well. It's going to be an interesting one. This one, that's these front three, the two Astons and the Mercedes, they need to bolt off this safety car restart. Because as soon as Ujoni, Micromash, Bobo, Nev, Chris and everyone else who stopped get their tyres up to temperature again, they're going to be in trouble. It's almost like they're hoping for another safety car, this front three.
Yeah, here's a bit of information about the Baku City Circuit that I found in my little book.
Ooh, please enlighten us.
The idea of a street race in Baku was discussed back in 2010 with Herman Tick, or Tyke, however you pronounce it, commissioned the design of the track. Yeah, he commissioned the design of the track 3 years later, so the track was designed in 2013.
Error Voice is pitted again. I wonder if he's going to put those hard tyres back on.
Hard tyres, my guess.
Which means he's put another set of mediums on. Why did he not put the hard tyres back on again? He wouldn't have to stop again.
Probably saving the hards if needs be again, possibly.
That's true, but it's I'm not criticising what he's trying to do. It's just a bit of an odd call, really, if you ask me. But fan of this track or hate it?
Fan of this track? Absolutely not. Ooh, Error Voice in the YouTube. I started on the hards and didn't pit yet, so...
You've pitted? I thought you pitted twice. Has he pitted twice? Let's have a look.
I think he has pitted twice.
No, once. I do apologise. That is my error, Error Voice.
Thank you for correcting us. We missed that.
No, that is a faux pas on my part. I do apologise.
Yeah. I thought he pitted twice, but
I did too. I think everybody's going to have to stop again.
Apart from the hard runners, I think the hard runners will go to the end from here as safety car
is coming in this lap. Ben starting to back the field up a bit.
There was a safety car restart in X, if you remember, on Friday, Andrew, where I can't remember, I think it was Doris or Colin taking the restart in X, but they left it right up until the start-finish line to go.
I believe you are right.
It was a bizarre restart, but it worked.
I think Ben may be trying to do a similar thing here. But he's
definitely trying to get heat in those tyres, doing a lot of weaving.
He is, and I've got a feeling I think he's bolted now.
He's gone now, yep.
Don't think he's
caught. Just kept with him, no.
Yeah, I think Ant may be under a little bit of pressure from the Ferrari. Maybe in the corner or two.
Cars side by side going in towards turn one. I think that was Nev making a place, and Chris also passed Bobo.
He's got to get those hard tyres up to temperature.
Bobo as well.
Oh dear, what's happened with the Mercedes?
Just getting overtaken. I don't think Bobo's got the hard tyres working yet.
Fired up yet. He's got to.
Airways is at a moment and dropped 2 places.
Unfortunate, but he can get back. Oh, he's having a bit of a fight with Red Car.
It does take a handful of laps to switch those hards on, though. About 3 laps, I would say, to get the hard tyres to work.
It does. I was struggling with them in Tier 2 a little bit. It seemed to...
Saviour's gone again.
Oh no.
Connection issues. Not what you like to see, especially when he's...
No, not a driver of his quality.
Should be.
Yeah, he should be up there and fighting for this. Ben, I think, is getting that gap up nicely though.
Yeah.
Getting up about 7-8 tenths though.
I think Jules will get DRS from turn 2 to 3 because he's definitely within the 1 second.
Yeah.
Because we won't have DRS yet, but we will have it for next lap, and you'll get it from turns. Oh, his single track's gone.
Oh no, Martin. Oh, Mylander's right again.
He's gone at I think that's the 18-19 chicane.
Oh, the
just
fast kicks at the end of the lap.
Of 20, yeah.
Unfortunate, Martin. But this, I think, may be the saving point for these front three. Because if you were these front three
again,
with these front three, would you dive in and get the hard tyres now?
I don't know, because it's a difficult one, because yes, you'll have Martin Hills. Yeah, I know what you mean, Martin. The tyre smoke is absolutely dreadful for some reason, because in the patch notes they mentioned that in multiplayer that they've decreased the way the smoke is, but it feels worse. So Martin definitely making himself heard and felt in the YouTube chat.
Is that what caused his crash? Was it
he had wing
smoke?
damage and he couldn't see anything.
Oh,
and the car wouldn't turn. Just went in a straight line into the wall.
Unfortunate, Martin. But we'll be back
but he
has
got a point,
week.
Because I can definitely say that, especially the race I had in Tier 2, is you just cannot see anything because it's such a narrow track as well, especially in that castle section. You just cannot see the apex or the anything as you're entering it.
No, remember, I had that problem myself in our Tier 2.
The best way to describe it would have to be, remember the engine failure in Spa and Kimi Räikkönen just absolutely floored it through that plume of smoke?
Yeah, it's weird.
That's what it's like. That's literally what it's like. It's horrible. You cannot see anything going into a corner.
The front three have not pitted yet.
No, Martin, it's fine. It's fine. Get it off your chest. That's all. Yes, it's been removed, but just get it off your chest.
What's he saying?
He apologised for his language. It has been removed from the YouTube chat, and he has apologised for it.
Don't worry, Martin. It's fine.
Heat of the moment.
Yeah, we get fired.
I don't think he's going to get community service or anything like that. He owns the league, so I don't think. Can he give himself community service for foul language? Good question, that.
We'll have a speak in the other chat later, shall we? No, we're joking, Martin. We love you, really.
Heat of the moment. It's like Seb said.
We're all guilty of it.
Hamilton was asked a question that is resorted to calling Max a name, and it's like Seb says. If you put a microphone on a footballer, do you think he's going to say nice things if he gets tackled? No.
Not a chance.
Heat of the moment.
Not a chance. Not with the footballers. No way.
No, but back to the racing. The front three has definitely stayed out under the safety car. They haven't pitted, which is not a bad idea, because if they did pit, they would have been down towards
Swampton
the
traffic,
tail end of the field. And the worst thing you want is, especially around Baku, is traffic.
Yep, especially because when it comes to that DRS straight, it's essentially motorway at rush hour, pretty much, isn't it?
Safety car is in. So Ben will take the restart. I wonder if he'll go a bit differently this time to get everyone
Catch Jules
guessing,
out.
like mix it
Yeah.
up. Because if you do the same point every time, the driver behind us, for Jules, for example, at this point, will be like, I know exactly where he's going to go. So it always helps to mix it up on the restarts.
Keep people guessing. That's what you want. As I think
as everyone's weaving to get the tyres up to temperature again.
I think everybody's going to be starting to get this ready up now.
You definitely want to get temperature in those fronts because they don't seem to get much temperature in them compared to the rear tyres.
No, he's got the big stop at turn 1. Yeah, he's floored it.
Jules kept with him again. I think Ant's close enough to probably have a little look into turn 1. Nope.
No, we've got a few.
As we have 3 wide, but just behind going into turn 1.
Yeah, just going to nip back to it quickly as Chris and
Nev
go wheel to wheel
Chris
to turn
Micro.
2. Oh, this is a good camera angle.
Very tight amongst those 3.
Yeah, it's looking quite punchy.
A few more scraps further back I can see.
So we'll head. Let's have a
red car with a bit of a lock up into turn 3.
It's a bit of a swap between Airways and G-Start. But the race just seems to be settling down now. A bit after the restart. Just going to have a quick go on him with racing his Haas against the Alpine of Calvin.
Ooh, lock up for Saviour into turn 7. He had a little look at Mark. Oh, there's a bit of wing. I think that's off Mark's Williams, it is.
Oh, that's going to be handling like an absolute you-know-what.
Yep, Mark's struggling with the lack of aero.
As Reese is trying to get up on the back of Calvin, just get him just right back in for the start of the straight. As Chris had a bit of a moment.
I think he did because he was quite over to the.
Is he got damage? I think I saw the McLaren missing a piece of his front wing.
I'll soon have a look.
Yeah, he is.
I think there is. It's on the
yeah, Chris has got damage.
The right. Yeah,
I thought I saw it in a few passing shots.
Yeah, DRS enabled. So, Ant's got Jules.
Oh, let's go
Aston Martin
up to the front.
1-2.
Yeah.
But Jules will be having a look from down towards turn 3 with DRS.
Yeah, Lawrence Stroll will be happy. Oh, I think Nev just hit the wall as well.
I'll have a look.
Off turn 2.
Can't see any.
Looks like he had a bit of a solid hit.
Yeah, there's end plate missing on the right hand side as well. No, there isn't. He's got both end plates, sorry. Still intact.
It might be that one between.
Yellow flag at turn 3.
I think someone's gone up the escape road. There was a few people that did that in tier 2. I saw. A few people have gone up that escape road.
I was too busy on making sure I didn't hit a wall.
Yeah, I think that's probably what you have to do around this place.
Ben with a 1.7 second lead over his teammate. And
yeah, Ben's running for the hills now.
Jules, Eugenie and Micro Mash behind.
I think Jules may be under some pressure coming onto this straight now. There's that tyre smoke we're going on about.
Yeah, it looks so thick, and it seems to linger for a while as well.
Yeah, it doesn't disappear off quickly. It's quite distracting.
But yeah, Ant seems to be opening a little bit to Jules, but Jules will still have DRS. But we have a yellow flag at turn 16.
It's clear, it goes green.
That was Mark at 16.
Jules still has the DRS off Ant to fend off Eugenie. Car pitting, it is Nev.
Yep, Nev's in. So that
a bit of a slide from the Mercedes. Eugenie's through.
Eugenie up to P3.
I think
those mediums on Ant, Ben and Jules. Yes, we've had a few laps under the safety car, but they'll be coming towards the latter stages of their life.
Yeah, I think if anybody's I would probably go for in this situation, it would be
Mark's
Ant.
Called it a night
because
in the pits.
Ant is very good at tyre preservation.
Oh, he is.
He's one of the best in the league, I think. With that, if you want to set tyres going a long way, you call Ant.
Another driver who's racing in Tier 1, he's a Tier 2 driver, but he's good on his tyres, is Redcar, and Calvin can be very good on his tyres as well, especially when he gets a bit of clean air, but he's having a good scrap with Redcar down in 14th and 15th, and we've got Error Voice as well involved as well.
Apologies for this, the stream went a little bit weird then. Oh, who have we got popping up in the chat?
Mark's not happy neither. Too much damage. What a joke of a night.
Oh, it's fine, Mark. We're back for the next one.
Put your feet up, pour yourself a glass of rum, and just enjoy the stream. That's all I can suggest.
We'll keep you entertained for the next 14
Ooh,
laps.
Redcar's got quite significant damage on his. He's missing an end plate and
past Ant. Sorry to cut over you a little bit.
A few of the wing flaps as Jules finally pits.
I think that's going to be an inkling for Ant to maybe head for the pits himself on this lap.
He's going to be wanting to stay with Eugenie though, I would think.
I think he's going to try to.
With Eugenie, he'll pull him in towards Ben and hopefully pull away from Micromash. He's currently 1.4 between Ant and Micro.
Should we have a should we have a quick glance at the intervals? We'll take the tyres off a minute.
We've got a few we've got a giant train for I think it's Bobo down towards Soze, so that's 6 to 11.
Yeah, let's have a quick glance at this one.
Got Reese in no man's land. He's all on his own in P5, 2.5 over Bobo, but finds himself 3.6 behind Micromash, who's getting even closer to Ant. He's within DRS.
I think Ant's going to probably go this lap, I think. Unless... What's the gap between him and Ben? About 2 and a bit seconds? Do you think they could probably double stack the Aston Martins? If need be?
Bit of a push, but I don't think
Ben's
Ant would want to risk it.
They're both carrying on.
Both are continued. But Ant's still keeping in touch with Eugenie as Micromash with a 41.8 fastest lap.
Beautiful lap, but there's been
a few changes further back.
There's
been almost a 3 wide moment into turn 1. Bobo, Chris,
still no penalties for this race so far.
Saviour
as well,
yes.
Which is
that's a bit tight with Saviour and Bobo going into turn 2.
Now that I mention that, there it is.
Ooh, now speeding in the pit lane.
10 seconds. No, I had to say it. No, there's a penalty.
You had to jinx it, didn't you? I thought that was Connor's job.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. That's unfortunate for Nev, especially after his strong race at Monza. He was in that fight for the front 3.
Ooh, Soze drops it. Hopefully he kept it out the wall though. I just seen it at the back of the shot while I was watching the train led by Chris. He's having to do a 3-point turn.
Not something you really want to be doing around here.
Not what you want to do. He's missing an end plate and a little bit more, I would say, off that McLaren, but it'd be a trip to the pits for Soze.
Nev's retired. Safety car.
Nev's gone at turn 3.
Now, I wonder are the Aston's going to pit this lap?
I think they'll definitely be double stacking though, that's the thing.
Yeah, I think there might be enough of a gap though.
I think Ant's backed off a little bit though. Yeah, I think both Astons are pitting because Ant's backed off. They are both coming in. And I think Micromash has followed Ant as well, so Micromash probably looking at putting a set of mediums on.
They will go to the end from here. He's going to be...
Yeah, Reese in as well.
Fresh mediums, he'll be very deadly. He'll be very deadly in this last stint of the race. And with a few of these guys pitting as well, the Astons aren't going to be as hindered as after their pit stops, are they?
Yeah, but due to this, I think due to the slight hold up, it means Micromash has jumped Ant in the pits.
Airways is out too.
Yeah, Airways in the Williams. Where's that?
Has he gone in the pits or?
I think that could be pits. So we're down to 15 runners in Tier 1.
Wasn't the freshest of races for him, but another one will be back for Tier 2 next week. I apologise for the bad jokes. But,
so we have a new race leader under a safety car, Hugh Jones, so we'll have a...
Reese has gone to soft tyres.
Bold move.
Don't think they'll last, but the cars are going to be a lot lighter though now. So
I think we'll have safety car until at least lap 16, so it'll be about 10-11 laps to go when the safety car comes in.
Yeah, they're going to be pushing it, but it'll be interesting to see how he does.
The mediums will definitely make it.
Oh, Micromash, Bobo, everyone else there, they'll be fine. Reese may be a bit of a worry.
And Ant on the hards will definitely make it, because the tyre deg on the hards, as I said earlier, is pretty much 0. But it's going to be interesting to see what Reese decides to do, as he is on the soft tyre. He's going to be one to watch on the restart, but then it's if those soft tyres can hold on. I would guess that Reese is probably banking on another safety car at some point with the soft tyres.
He's gonna need one, I think, otherwise those softs will not last.
And on the topic of tyres, 2021, we had 2 tyre failures. One for Lance Stroll in the Aston Martin, and a second one for Max Verstappen in the Red Bull. So we had that, because I think Lance Stroll's was, I would say, part way down after the turn 20 King. Max was a couple metres before the pit entry, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I think that was... We had 2 memes, I think, from that race. The magic button and Max Verstappen kicking things.
I will say, I'll definitely say this. I was grinning from ear to ear after that Grand Prix for 2 particular reasons. Sebastian Vettel back on the podium, and Aston Martin getting their first podium since joining Formula 1 in 2021. So I was happy from that.
Aston is a team with a lot of history.
Yes.
Beforehand.
Especially in motorsports in general, because GT and all of that.
No, I was going about what it used to be called.
Yeah. Racing Point, Force India.
Jordan. Those were the days.
From yellow to like a white to like the Indian flag to pink to green.
No, I think we missed that Midland and Spiker in that as well.
Possibly, but safety car in, so we will be going racing on to lap 16.
10 to go.
Eugeni takes the restart this time. I wonder what the Italian stallion's going to be thinking for this restart.
Run for the hills and hopefully my tyres last.
Well, him and Saviour are 11 and 12 laps on those hards respectively. Ben, as we know, has recently just pitted. He has got uber fresh hard tyres behind them, but it's if he can get them to work.
Fired up.
Yeah, with Eugeni and Saviour having used hards, I think Eugeni's gone. They'll be able to get the heat into those tyres a little bit quicker, but Ben's already on the back of Saviour going down towards turn 1.
A fantastic restart.
But decides to sit back.
Micromash is going to be the one I think we're going to need to keep an eye on because he's got those fresh mediums, hasn't he? So he's going to be...
Yes, he's the front of the medium runner, so he's going to be in full attack mode.
Although...
As will Reese on those softs, but...
He's not really making much headway at the moment, but I think he's just trying not to take much out of him so much easier. As the Mercedes gets really close.
I think Micromash as well, he's trying to be careful not to go into the back of Ben, because obviously Ben's on those hard tyres at the moment.
Oh, who else have we got?
I think Reese was
showing
having
in the
a little
chat.
look on Ant, but holds back.
Who else have we got joining us in the chat?
I think that's Stefan. Not missing out, not much racing. It looks like third safety car already. Yeah, I think that was the third safety car restart we had, because Ben took 2, and obviously Joni's recently just took that one.
So they've already had more safety cars than we had in Tier 2.
Yep. Which is usually should be the other way around, I would think.
It was amazing. We actually managed to keep Mylander quite bored a little bit there. Yeah, Micromash seems to be the one on the move at the moment.
Yeah, he's really
lining up that Aston Martin.
He's really tucked up behind it.
Probably almost smell the oil coming out the gearbox.
But I think Ben's having a look at Saviour though. Saviour defends well.
Ooh, very close. Very close.
Having a look on the outside of turn 2, that's risky because of the wall on the exit.
Yeah,
I think he's made it stick.
No, I think Micromash is going to make it 3 wide. Thinks better of it.
Behind, though. Yeah,
I think Saviour's going to have the inside for the next corner.
Oh, that's tight up against the wall.
Yeah, watch yourselves, boys. Oh, Saviour run a little bit wide there, and I think Micromash is going to take advantage.
Yep.
He's up to P3.
Full advantage. Reese up to P5 past Ant on those soft tyres.
Yeah, this is...
He's looking racy as well, because he's had a little look at Saviour going in towards 7.
Yeah, Saviour's going to be in a little bit of trouble here.
But with all these scrapping, Joni's allowed to stretch his legs.
Oh yeah, he's happy. He's laughing at this. He's looking at them and just going, okay, you guys want to fight for a little bit. I'm just going to run off down the track, disappear, say bon voyage, good. See you later.
Yeah, I understand, Stefan, but I'm sure you'll be back next week for Singapore next, if I'm correct.
You're getting not treated to not 1 street track, but 2 in the next week. Aren't you lucky, lucky people?
I wish I could air my disdain for it, but I'm going to keep that
Micromash
to minimum.
To P2, he's passing Ben.
Joni with the fastest lap, 41.8. But let's see how quickly Micromash can close down to Joni.
Yeah.
1.4.
Those fresh tyres are going to be nice. Those mediums are going to feel so much better compared to Joni's hard tyres.
I think he's took 2 tenths just then down towards turn 3. It's now back up to 1.3. Reese holding on well at the moment in 4th with the soft tyres.
Yeah, but how long are those going to last before the end?
Yeah, that is the question. How long can he keep going on those tyres?
Well, he's going to have
especially with the dirty air as well from.
Well, he's going to have
Ben.
one advantage. He's going to have one advantage now, and the fact is that the car is a lot lighter than what it was at the start of the race.
So the tyre wear is going to be a little bit less. As Micromash is already in DRS of Joni.
Deal weight.
And he's bringing everybody with him.
Yeah, Micromash is just going, I'm not having this as a private party, you lot can all come with me. Oh, Joni's very sliding.
Sliding and bouncing over the curve at 15, that was beautiful.
That's gonna hold, that's gonna bring Micromash into play now, thinking, right, Joni's vulnerable now, I think.
Yeah.
To the kick salver, and I think it's, no offense to Joni, I think it's gonna be a matter of time.
he had a Charles Leclerc slide one corner before the actual one, because remember when I think it was Piastri and Charles drifting it on the exit of turn 16.
Reese with the fastest lap.
Not surprised with those soft tyres.
They're gonna be... How are they gonna last though?
It would be nice if we could have like a percentage like graphic or something to have a little cheeky look at.
Yeah, but the only problem is it's going to probably still, we won't be able to run it for a lot of the time, would we, compared to
no.
the
RS?
RS?
It'll be useful for co-commentators. Let's put it that way.
Oh, definitely. But I can't run it on the stream, unfortunately.
I think he struggled a little bit in a few traction zones, in a few corners. Yeah, a little wiggle again on traction. So I think the traction zones are starting to come and bite him at this point now.
Yeah, and you can see Micromash is just able to hold the lines a lot better than Ujoni at the moment. He's able to get more traction out of corners. He's able to get better runs out of corners as well. And I think maybe this lap, maybe down the start-finish straight, is where he's going to get it. I think
he's a good exit out of 16, which he's
practically pushing the Ferrari through.
Yeah, 3/10. He just needs to follow the Scarlet car through 18, 19 and 20.
Micromash doesn't need to do anything silly, well. But Aston Martin's right on the gearbox of the kick as well, so I don't think it's going to be as cut and dry as Micromash stays behind.
Stationary. Doesn't make a move.
I think he's trying to line it up perfectly so he can pass Ujoni and not be at risk from the Aston Martin. I think that's what he's doing. But
it's the smartest way, really. You don't really want to take too much of a risk. As he's going for
he's got it.
Before turn 3.
I mean, he's going to need to break away now, is Micromash, otherwise Ujoni's just going to come back to him and DRS him down the back straight. But Reese has brought himself into play here.
Yeah,
with this one.
Surprising what he's managing to do on those soft tyres at the moment.
This front three is going to be looking, just thinking, okay, this Haas is on the soft tyres here. He's going to be a bit of a risk. What do we do? Just need to keep it clean, but look at the gap he's managed to pull out already. Micromash to Ujoni.
Yeah, Ben's obviously closer with the fresher hard tyres. They'll be switched on definitely at this point.
They'll be feeling nice. They'll compared to Ujoni's tyres, Ben's again look brand spanking new.
Yeah.
You can tell
10 lap difference between Ujoni and Ben's tyres.
You can tell the difference because Micromash is just powering away out the traction zones every lap.
Yeah, Ujoni's keeping in touch though, but I think Ben's
the Aston's going to get him. I think he's going to get Aston's going to get a double toe hit.
He is. He's turned his DRS off, and I think Ujoni's going to have a look back.
Yeah, he is.
Going to have another look.
Going to be wheel to wheel going up into turn 2, sorry. Ujoni thinks better of it.
Holds it. Yep.
Ujoni's a smart enough racer. He knows to play the percentages and not risk it now in the championship.
I think at this point now, I think Ben's going to be in the best position because I think the medium tyres tend to drop off towards lap 10.
Let's have a look and see quickly on the tyres who's done what on the laps. So if your idea was to come true, it'll be about another 3 laps before Micromash starts having a bit of problems with those medium tyres. But Reese is keeping them honest, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, Ant's closing in P5 in the Aston.
Yeah, this is going to be... The Astons are looking quite strong here going into these last 5 laps. Could be quite an interesting little finish.
The lead train goes from Micromash in P1 all the way down to Jules in P8. They're all within DRS of each other, although Reese has dropped out of a second, so I think those soft tyres are starting to...
starting to bite a little bit now, aren't they, I think?
Yeah.
But This is interesting though. Joni's 17 laps on those hard tyres, and the front two still can't drop it. Can they?
No, and he's just sat there. He's actually closing. That's a lovely helicopter view I've got. But
he's actually
towards turn one. I think Joni's going to follow him.
Yeah.
Micromash has lost 2 places. Oh, that was super
two
close
places,
to the wall
one
on
corner.
exit for Micromash. Just enough space.
It's just show.
Bobo's lost a few places. We have a yellow flag at turn 1.
Ant's jumped Reese.
Bobo's brought out a yellow flag at turn 1, but it's soon cleared up. I think he was down the runoff. Yeah,
I think it's closing in now. A few laps, it won't be a safety car.
Yeah, Ant's ahead of Reese now.
So can he catch up to this front 3, which I think he could do, especially if they keep fighting.
Yeah, 1.4, 1.5 to 1.4.
Ooh, a little bit of contact, I think, with Micromash and Ujoni. Just coming into the castle section.
You need so much patience at this part of the track round here.
You do, because it's going to be... You just get a little bit aggressive, don't do your traction right, you spin. You can so easily
especially when you're threading the needle through the castle section.
Close to a couple of 100 miles an hour, definitely. Ben seems to be getting the gap now.
He seems to get a good run out of 16. Bobo 3 seconds. That would be at turn 15.
It's the only 3 seconds we've had tonight so far. There's Micromash lining up the Ferrari.
Yep.
He's through. I just wish it wouldn't switch to that camera shot behind.
Near enough pushing Ben through turn 1, but Micromash playing the safer option and deactivated DRS before turn 1 to make sure he didn't get too much overspeed, but DRS open again.
Yeah, and I think Ujoni's not letting these guys get away. This is an impressive drive from him.
Ant's closing in. Reese is really dropping off with those soft tyres.
I think they're
really going to be struggling now.
They've gone off the Grand Canyon. I think those soft tyres. I think now
it's just about getting to the line in one piece for Reese now.
He's lucky though. At the moment, he's got Saviour between himself and Chris. Because Saviour's done 20 laps on those hard tyres, which is insane.
As Joni's showing though, they've still got some pace in them.
Yeah, he's keeping them going. He's not... It's just these front two, they just cannot drop that Ferrari at all. And the Ferrari's just latched onto that rear wing.
Ant's going to be a bit frustrated because obviously he's 1.2 behind, and with Ben, Micromash and Ujoni all within like a little DRS train.
Yeah, they're DRSing off each other though, aren't they? So I don't think it's going to be...
Yeah.
I don't know whether Micromash is going to get it this time.
He gets it, yeah.
He's got it. As we go on to lap 24 of 26.
I see a move behind Saviour.
Saviour's ahead of Reese now.
Reese, yep.
And Chris, oh, I think there's a bit of contact there. Turn 1, but I can't see any damage on either car.
No, Reese is just trying to get that car to finish as Bobo's has retired.
I think it's a bit too late for a safety car now.
Yeah, I think that, I don't know if that was pits or something, probably. So Chris goes for one down the inside of turn 3.
Jump back quickly.
Reese holds on.
Look. Chris is going to have to be careful though that the Mercedes doesn't get a look in.
Yeah. Oh, there wasn't... I don't think there was going to be much of a space gap or whatever there. I don't know what happened. That's probably going to be in the stewards, I would think, because Jules got pinched in the wall, but we'll leave stewards to that. No damage to the McLaren, no, and I don't think there's any damage to Jules.
No,
No, this
That's
doesn't
unlucky.
need to make much down. G-Star, 3
G-Star.
seconds.
He might drop out the points with that.
Yes. At this time, yes. It's
Oh,
Jules.
bit of contact there. I just saw Reese in the wall.
Jules is down to 14th now. He's had another moment.
Oh, it's got to the
I'm just
front.
having a look.
As
Wings
Micromash
fully intact on the Mercedes.
Micromash goes past Ujoni again. And
Ant's
right
right there
on the
now.
back. Yeah, he is. This is going to be an interesting last lap or two.
Chris and Reese still scrapping for 6th and 7th.
You can throw these. You can throw a blanket over this front four.
Chris finally clears Reese, who's done 11 laps on those soft tyres.
Fair play to him. On that one. But who is going to hold the battery for the last lap out of these guys?
Oh yeah, battery's definitely going to be key on the last lap with these front four. As Ant's dropped a little bit again.
I wonder if he's
back in a second though.
I wonder if he's trying to just suss out something and try and just not get his tyres wrecked from the dirty air off the back of the Ferrari.
It's going to be close between the front four.
I think Micromash just clipped the wall a little bit.
No damage on the Sauber.
No damage on the Sauber, which is nice. As we're just finishing up the penultimate lap as we're going to be on to the final lap shortly.
Ben's already trying to break the toe to Micromash.
Yeah, he's weaving all over the lot on the track as we head on to the last lap, ladies and gentlemen. Place your bets. Who's going to win?
Well,
Into this
Ben's
front four.
controlling it quite well at the moment.
He is, and I think he's good. He's in the tyre advantage spot at the moment because on those harder tyres, he's going to have more life in them than Micromash. Micromash is looking for it.
Oh, there's contact as Micromash is making his way through.
Little contact, but has Micromash gone too early though? Should he have waited for the last straight?
Possibly, but it depends the kind of an exit he can get out of 16 later on in the lap.
Yeah, because I've got a feeling it's how much battery as well they've all stored up, because you know everyone's going to be dumping overtake down that last straight.
Yeah, Ben having a little look behind, showing his hand, letting Micromash is there.
Let me take these off as we'll go on to the intervals quickly. That front four still split by half a second. It's insane. As we head through the old part of Baku for the last time tonight.
Ben is definitely the one in the prime position at the moment because he's always a
he
yellow
is.
flag. That is red car at the castle section.
Unfortunate as we go through to the last few corners now. Straight through the kinks. Onto the final straight. Is Ben going to have
Ben's already
the DRS?
poised. Ben's already going.
He's through. Micromash stuck behind P second. Is Ujoni going to get him on the line?
Yep, Ujoni
He got him on the line. Wow.
So as you said at the start of that lap, Micromash definitely went early, as you said.
Yeah, I think he did, as everybody's coming over the line now. What a race. What a race, as we just get the last few cars coming through now. What a race. We'll go through the finishes, and I'm going to ask you, Carl, for your driver of the day.
I'll be looking through that running order whilst you're going through it. Have a little think.
As the game gives it to Reese, but
he did well to hold on those softs on that last stint.
He did. As for some reason, it's done this again every time I've led. It doesn't show the podium.
Oh, I've got the order. So Ben wins. This is provisional. It was Ben, Eugenie, then Micromash, Ant, Saviour, Chris, Calvin, Reese, Soze, Error Voice rounding out the top 10. G-Star, then Jules, then Armour, Redcar, and then the non-finishers were Bobo, Airways, Nev, Mark, Single Track, and Mudev.
So, your driver of the day, who are you going to give it to?
Well, Reese is definitely a shout. P8 from P20 and holding on to get finishing the points on those soft tyres.
Very impressive.
Very, very bold call and hold off. So, but Ben Eugenie, the front two on the grid, the front two to finish. But I am slightly leaning towards Reese. Started P20. He was quite high up on that last part of the race, but the softs gave away in the end. So if it was medium tyres, I think he'd be a bit higher up, but those softs just did not cut it towards the end. But P20 to P8 is still
a very good run.
A very good run.
I am probably going to give it just as a little bit the boring option, but I'm probably going to give it to Ujoni for keeping up with Ben and Micromash on that that level of one tyre was insane, if you ask me. So I know it's the boring option, but I'm going to have to give it to Ujoni.
Well, we have the power to split it between them, so we could always do that.
Yeah, I think so. We'll give it Reese and Ujoni. You can for your tyre whispering tonight. I think you can split driver of the day. But that is the end of the Monday night action. But we are not done yet, are we?
No, because we've still got 2 more races on a Wednesday. Tier 3 at 7 and X-treme at 8:45.
Where you'll be able to see my other Tier 1 partner in crime, Mr. Hardy, hit the track. But we thought we'd throw one more cherry on the top for you. We have the last race of the week. We start with X at Singapore on Friday night, don't we? And
yes, we do.
We'll have to confirm
under the lights of Singapore at night.
We'll have to confirm
Friday.
the format for the race, but we hope you will subscribe, like the video, ring the bell so you know when we go live, so you don't miss any of this fantastic action. But that's it, unfortunately, to wrap it up for the night. Carl, thank you very much for joining me on this one again.
Pleasure and an honour.
And I will say as well, good night to everybody. Have a fantastic week, and we will see you on Wednesday. Take care, all.